Greetings and salutations! You may be wondering what I'm doing in a crummy place like this. And what you see behind me is my iron farm, which is quite far away from Project Vegas. But I just wanted to show you something here. It wasn't really the iron farm I wanted to show you, but just keep in mind that the iron farm is here as well. So if we go down here, I recently built a new farm. And there's not much to see, to be honest. It looks pretty dark in there, and I'm not really sure if it comes through on the video, but if you can see it in here, there's a lot of axolotls swimming around. There's no glow squids right now, otherwise you'll definitely have been able to see that. But this is my glow squid farm. I made a video recently that shows you how to do this, and it's extremely cheap to make. Basically, all I've used here is 2 chests and a hopper, some water, and a few building blocks. But I'll leave a link to the video in the description down below, and also that'll probably pop a card up here at the top, so you can check out that video if you're interested in how to make this farm. It's super easy to make, it's super cheap, fully automated, and it can be made really early in your game. Anyways, before we go back to Project Vegas, I figured I'd just quickly show you where a bit of my process here, because this, as I said, is my iron farm. You can see a golem is burning there right now. Down here, there's a path down to the chest where I can collect all the iron. And the interesting part, I guess, is up here. So this place here is an old base me and Tinny built, I guess, a couple of years back. It's up in the mountains, and it's quite big. We can quickly take a peek out the window, but I'm not going to give you a whole base tour. But as you can see, there's a lot of stuff going on here. And we have a few farms here as well. There's also a wool farm behind here. It's a bit outdated though, but it still works. Anyways, what I wanted to show you is this little button here. And now you may think that we're about to see some redstone magic, but nothing like that. Basically, this is where I AFK. And since this server I'm playing on is a Minecraft Realms server, if you're AFK for, I think, more than 15 minutes, the server will kick you off. And that is really annoying when you want your iron farm to generate iron while you're not really at the computer. So what I do is I just go to this button, hold down right click, and so you can see I keep clicking the button. And then I press F3 and hit T, which forces it to reload the resource packs. And while I did that, I released my right mouse button. But as you can see, right now, you can't see that, but right now my hands are not touching my mouse or the keyboard even. And it keeps clicking this button. This means I could now leave the computer, and I've done that a few times, and leave it overnight, and when I get back, I can go and grab all my iron and glow ink down below. Anyways, that was just real quickly, I wanted to show you how I do that. So, let's go back to Project Vegas. Teeny's did a good furnishing job of the hotel, and I think we should take a peek at that before we throw ourselves into the whole gas station project. So here we are at the hotel. So Tinius has furnished all of it, and I can see there's actually an Enderman in there, so that's interesting. I hope he's not moving around the blocks in there, but I think he shouldn't. Anyways, so let's go inside. So far, I've only seen the lobby and the first few floors. I actually haven't seen the rest of it. So the entire building should be furnished now, so I'll just go through it and let's see what we find. I'm quite excited actually, because as I said, this is the first time I'm seeing it. So this we have seen before. We have I guess the reception here, and then we have a bar over here. I kind of like how she used what you call these lightning rods as bar stools. That's actually quite ingenious. It's yeah, that's quite nice. So let's move up. Yeah, so here, when I was here the last time, these were just standard leaves, but I can see they're now using the azalea leaves, the one with the flowers in it. That actually looks pretty great. I still really like how these end rods look from down here. It kind of looks like they're part of the fence all the way around. It's quite a shame that you cannot really connect these directly to the glass, because that would look really great. But I think it's a nice compromise with the flowers there. Makes it look really good as well. So moving on up. So this is the restaurant. I guess this is supposed to be like a bush with berries on it. That's quite nice. Okay, so up to let's start with the rooms. So Normally, I guess that would be just one staircase or an elevator going all the way up, but due to the lack of space inside here, she kind of had to compromise, I guess. So, in order to get to the top floor, you would actually manually have to go through each of the floors. So, I guess it's not that practical, but it's interesting. It kind of gives you a whole journey. I also like that you kind of marked each room with like a different label with these glazed terracotta. So let's just start moving in. He also used the candles here, and it seems like, at least for some of them, I know she told me that she kind of color themed the rooms. This is I guess this is a purple-ish room. It's not that clear though, but it's great. And we have, oh yeah, closet. That's quite nice. And what is this? Oh, I guess this is just meant to be like, yeah, okay. This is like a TV table. Yeah, that's quite smart. Isn't just a lamp, or supposed to be like a soundbar? Hmm, interesting. I also like how she used the bamboo with the leaves to make plants. That's quite nice. Take the next room here. And here is where Mr. Ender lives, apparently. Hi, dude. I'm not gonna look at you. Let's... I think these beds are too small for you, mister. Let's just let him live. I think it's quite funny to have him in here. And here again we have a closet. And another different kind of TV table, I guess. Nothing in the chest. Yeah, sorry to disturb you, Mr. Ender. We will be leaving again. Ah, yeah, okay. I was just worried, is the ladder going somewhere? But no, this is... I get this. If you've ever been to these, more cheaper hotels, you usually have a ladder that you need to pick up and then attach to the bunk bed. So I guess that's what it's there for. Quite nice. Nice detail. Okay, so this is the bathroom. So these two rooms are sharing this bathroom. Okay, so... Okay. So, yeah, I guess these should be scented candles. And I guess this is the soap then. Nice. Mirror, I'm assuming. Oh, you can even take a shower. That's interesting. And, oh yeah, this is a toilet, of course. You can go up here, leave your dirt bricks, and then you can flush somehow. Toilet paper, I guess, and then we are off. So I guess this is... Okay, so this means toilet, I guess. Ah, see, this is great. I kind of like how to use the honeycomb block as a toilet. And the bone here, using the bone as a sink. Yeah, that's quite smart as well, and I guess that's the mirror then. I'm a tall man in a black suit. I guess that's not entirely true, but let's just say that's what we are. And again, we have the shower here and toilet with a different lid. And this time we're using, that's also quite good actually, using the bone as the toilet paper, because you kind of have this whole roll thing going on here. Actually, I kind of like how she used the bone in different ways. That's quite great. But I really love the honeycomb as a soap. That's just good. That's great. Oh, this is like a family room, I guess. Multiple beds. I guess some of the others were as well. And these honey lamps. I actually seen her make these before. Quite funny if you then jump into them. Maybe you can for the ceiling, but you can kind of make it a little bit that. Yeah, that squishes out there. What a nasty lamp, but it looks good though. It really looks great. As far as I know, the higher we get, the more expensive the rooms are supposed to be. Let's see. This seems to be like a black themed room. I kind of like that. I like the color black, so this is quite nice. Nice nightstand. It's simple, but it makes sense, right? It shouldn't really be taller than the bed, so using a half slab for that is actually quite good. That's an interesting combination of colors. It still looks quite good. It goes well together. This creamy color with this kind of... Oh, this is like, the tricolor eyes, right? Vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. Of course. That looks really great. Oh, I get the cravings for ice cream as well. And yet another bathroom. Okay, a different take on the soap. Kind of like 3 smaller pieces of soap, I guess. That's also pretty smart. Nice. Of course, these aren't candles. Now I get it. These are meant to be shampoo bottles. Why didn't I see that before? Of course. Huh. See, that is smart. Why didn't I get that before? But just now walking in, I noticed this is definitely shampoo bottles. Nice. And a different take on the shower. I like that. I guess the particles are kind of like the rainy part. Nice, nice. I would just make a small change and do like this. The toilet paper. Yet another toilet. And again, I'm gonna flip these because I don't know. That's just makes sense for me that this is how we put it, like the roll. Okay, this has like a more luxurious feel to it, definitely. This is like almost like like a what do you call it? Like a romantic room, right? The red beds, the red carpets, the extra candles, and a very posh sofa. I like how she tried like different styles. I guess usually when you go to a hotel, like it's like a fixed theme, right? And that part I also like, but since this is Minecraft, you kind of want to be a bit more creative, and also because this is already kind of like a unique hotel, even with the whole how you traverse it and stuff. So I like that you kind of get it like it's rooms and there's like a theme, two rooms and a toilet on each floor, and still each floor is slightly different and each room has like its own feel to it. See, this is almost like what you would call it, like some mystical thing. Like fixing this one again. Ah, here we use the slime as soap. That's it makes sense, but it's a bit nasty. Okay, now I'm confused because now they actually lit. I would expect these to be shampoo bottles, but maybe in this case this is actually candles. Huh. Is this then the shampoo bottle over here? So here things starts to be a different, right? Because now we have this is because the building now is getting thinner, or how do you call it, smaller. So the staircase kind of need to be a bit different. I like how she made the transition though, basically just putting some artsy stuff here with some lamps. Putting the last room here. Okay, this room actually looks really great. Let's just do that again. I really like the color palette. It looks really good from my eyes when you get in. Like you see at least what my eyes catches first is like the azalea flower pot here, and then immediately it's drawn to this green here. But then this picture here, the blue and the green goes really great together. I don't know why. It's if you look around, it's a fairly simple room, but just entering it, this really popped into my eyes in a good way. I really like this. This is a great room. If that is a TV you can watch from the bed, I would definitely pick this for now as my favorite room. I could live here if this is TV. Hey, so now we are allegedly getting to the more luxurious rooms. You can also see now the icons here have changed. I like how that is also represented. Let's see. Let's go in here and see what's going on. Okay, so this is a bathroom. Oh, what? Okay, so it's a room with a bathroom included. That's a bit Minecrafty, I would say. I guess should be. And again, we have the sink stuff here. That's quite nice. But I don't know. Well, it's a one man room, so I guess it's okay. But you're kind of pooping in the same room as you're sleeping. I guess that's a bit special. And again, we have toilet paper. Let's just flip it in the right direction, based on how my brain wants it. So I actually remember I just popped in when Tinis was doing the beginning of this. I haven't seen the finished result, but she wanted something for the bathroom here, and I gave her this Nautilus shell, and she liked it, and I like it even more because I don't know if you guys get it, but if you've watched Demolition Man, this makes it just slightly bit more funny, at least in my opinion. So if you haven't watched Demolition Man, go watch it. Then this makes even more sense. Ah, see here, the sponge. That kind of fits into the bathroom, doesn't it? I'm not really sure if then it is actually a sponge or it is a meant as a soap, but either way, you know, and that, I guess that's open for interpretation. Also, I like how she used the pillars for this one. Kind of gives it a more, I guess, expensive look. Okay, so now we're getting somewhere where there's only, I guess this is only one room on this entire floor. I guess it's gonna be a big one. Yeah, I can see we already have like a huge sort of a living room with a giant TV. So this is nice. This is my thing. Nice cabinet here. I guess that could easily be some maybe alcohol in there. And see here, he started using the and there as well. This looks really great, like with the glow stuff, right? And then these shards there look really great as well. It actually looks like a nice painting of sorts. That's really great. That's a good. I like the color combination. Let's go up here. Yeah, okay. It kind of starts to feel crammed, and that's a bit weird, right? But that's of course due to the lack of space. So the hallway feels more and more crammed. Kind of feels like going up to like a lighthouse or something. But then you go into the rooms, and then they feel, I guess, a bit less crammed. Oh yes, so we fixed the toilet paper. This is definitely also crammed. So I guess there's really not much room here anymore. That's a problem, I guess. That was gold, wasn't it? I just thought it as honey. Yeah, nice. We're definitely getting to the more expensive parts of this place. Oh, is this just one giant apartment that we ended up in? Maybe this. Oh, look at that. See, that is actually a nice, albeit simple chandelier, but it looks really great, like the whole pattern of these sea lanterns here chained together. Nice. I think that's a good use because as you've seen it from the outside, right, it's really pointy, and in Minecraft you cannot really use that space up there for anything. It would just be super crammed. It is already, you could argue, a bit crammed here, although this room, I really like it. And also because looking up here, that looks really, really good. And don't mind me jumping. I'm one of the people that play with auto jump. In some cases it's super annoying, in some cases it's really helpful. But yeah, that looks really great. Nice. I guess this was the last room. We've been through all the floors. I guess in this video we probably skipped some of it. I'll make sure to have cut out my personal favorites so we at least get to see a lot of variety. But there was a lot of rooms. I did not count them, but I would say at least 30. That was quite a lot. Many floors. Okay, so big kudos to Tinis for building all the furniture inside. I like doing the exterior, and I also like doing the interior, but you know, when you build a huge skyscraper like this, it's just super hard to get all that done. Also, it would have taken me a lot of time where we would have not have made any other progress. So big thanks to Tinis for doing all the interior, and I hope she will continue helping out. I will do interiors as well, don't you worry. I will not leave that all to Tinis. But for now, this was great. And I like the view. The view from here is also super good. You can see the helipad. Let's just get the binocular. You can see this is my favorite spot. I guess that's because the first roof we kind of made. You can also see when we're looking here, we kind of need to make something. The roof needs to be upgraded a bit here. Also, so we avoid having a mob farm there. And I guess the same goes for the roof on this building as well. Anyways, I think that was enough for this hotel. Let's jump down into the gas station, or at least in front of it. I made a few improvements down there as well, so let's go have a look. So this is how the gas station looks now. As you can see, you can now go here and grab some extra rockets if you need. And the moment I go downstairs and put more in, it will automatically be filled up in these boxes here. And 5 minutes ago, I actually tried to record this segment and a creeper surprised me. It did not kill me, but it did make a bit of damage here. I can see I still need to pick up a few blocks to fix it. And that is why I want to now get this part finished, because it's quite unsafe here. And as you can hear water flowing, it's the whole piping system and the redstone is really close down below here. So if a creeper explodes in the wrong place, it'll take quite a while to fix it. You can also see here there's a few of these paintings missing. Let me just see if I can pop that one in here. There we go. Yeah, I need to go around and fix that in a few places because the creeper blew them off this one here as well. So I'll do that in a moment. But the idea for now, the plan for now is to build a shop here. So this is where the whole gas station shop will be. And then when that is done, I'm also thinking that it would be nice to have some kind of car wash here. Just, to fill out the space. And I guess it makes sense to have a car wash next to the gas station as well. Maybe also a few extra, parking spots, but we'll see how that goes. But first, I think we should start building the shop. And here we are. So as you can obviously see, I did a bit more after the time lapse as well. We'll have a look inside the store in a moment. But first I want to show that I kind of came up with some kind of icon now for this gas station, like a logo. So I built this sign here and added the logo here and also on the store. Additionally, I expanded a bit of the road here. I don't know if I'll expand it any further. It depends on if I'm going to put parking lots in here or not, because they need to be somewhat deeper to fit with the size of cars that I've made earlier. Also, I put in some moss to make it a bit more green. And let me just quickly sleep and I'll be right back. So, done sleeping. Before we go inside, notice that there are cats around here. I realized that I had a few spare cats standing around inside the park in here after I did the whole creeper farm thing, as I use cats for that. So I placed them around here. There's a few here and one down there as well. You can't see it right now, but kind of to keep creepers away. This is definitely not a perfect solution, but since there's a lot of creeper spawning still out here, that's at least there's some kind of defense for that. And also, if nothing else, I think the cats will actually hiss when there's a creeper nearby, which may also alert me to that. Anyways, let's have a look at the store here. So I kind of went with the same design for the roof here. I don't think I can take credit for this particular roof design. I tend to look at a lot of different pictures of both from the real world and from Minecraft to kind of come up with ideas how to design things. And I'm pretty sure I got this from somewhere, but I kind of replicated that over to the store as well. And I think it fits quite nice. So if we go inside, I may consider to change the color of this door. I'm not really sure yet. Maybe I'll use one of the blue ones instead. But in here, if you remember from the walkthrough, the hotel, I kind of got inspired by Tini's to use these candles here as shampoo bottles or whatever, right? So this is a gas station and they tend to have like different stuff that they're selling. So I put in some shampoo bottles or whatever, deodorants, lemonade, I don't know, some stuff, whatever. Some sponges and, flowers, because you can usually buy some cheap gifts as well. Then there's like a vending machine for candy. I know this is the red berries, but that's the closest thing I came to something that looked like candy. And still need to put something in that picture frame if I'm not removing it, but there's also some additional vending machines. I tried to kind of make an ice box out of this. I don't know really, ice blocks and some of these trapdoors around it. But yeah, and then this is then, the way you go to pay the cashier thing. And usually, at least on some gas stations, you can also get some junk food there as well. So there's like, whatever meat that is. You can get some chicken as well, some cookies. And I wanted to use the golden carrot here and then up, this vertical position. Kind of like an ice cream, but, and then just random stuff on the shelves for people to buy. And then if we go back here, I know it's a bit apparently probably looks a bit, you know, crazy with fire in here, but kind of just to represent that here they, you know, prepare your food or whatever. And then back here, very simple room, just a lot of storage. So I just wanted to have, you know, like some kind of back room here, and I could probably have made some kind of office instead. And initially my idea was to make an office / storage room, but it ended up being a storage room, and I think that's fair enough. Then back here, going outside, I'm quite happy how about this turned out. So this is basically, you know, the back alley with where you have like storage and, you know, garbage, some pallets, some more storage. And then, you know, hiding lighting is what I prefer, and to not do it with carpets all the time, I just figured, you know, putting some wood around here just looks like it fits in, I think. So that's, at least I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. And as always, this is entirely spawn safe as well, so everything is well lit. Yeah, so I get the lighting from the lamps here in the ceiling or in the roof, and also from the, you know, the hidden ones here and there. Hello, Mr. Kitty. And I also started, you know, expanding the grassy area with moss and stuff, and that's where I learned that when you start bone mealing here, it goes through and start eating of the stones in there. So, but at least it doesn't spread by itself, only when you bone meal it. So I'm not concerned that it will spread in here any further. But yeah, I did the whole gas station, and honestly, which is kind of weird, I guess, this is the thing I like the most. I liked how I managed to get the, you know, the floor here. I think it looks nice, the road or whatever you call it. It's the mixed pattern and the containers, and yeah. It's simple, but I really like it. So honestly, that's what that's in my opinion the best part of it. So I'd love to hear your opinion as well, because I had a lot of input from Tinis, because initially everything was just white shelves, and I already knew at that point that was just too bad. So Tinis gave me some pointers, and I got the inspiration from the candles as well. So, but yeah, now the gas station is done. So all that remains now is the car wash. And here's the car wash. So I don't know if it was apparent from the time lapse, but I did try out quite a few designs, mainly with the roof and how high this should be. But finally I came up with this. It is inspired from a few different videos and pictures from online as well. So there's a few types of car washes, and it seems that generally when people build car washes, at least in Minecraft, from what I saw, people tend to build the ones where you have like multiple of these what do you call these washer thingies, all the way through, where basically then the car moves through and then it goes out. This is a bit different. This is the one where you go in, you park your car, and then these will move back and forth, and the same with this one, will go up and down and wash your car. I also added like these things here kind of to blow out, I guess, hot air to dry the car. And up here you can kind of see the gate that's receded into the ceiling, and there's one in the other end as well. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Only thing I think is missing is a bit of detailing. So I added these, what do you call it, computers. Basically, you know, you go in here and plug in which kind of car wash you want, and you get in and start the whole thing, and boom. And then I also made this small parking lot here where you can kind of park your car and you know, wash it. Here's like a faucet with some water. And I also wanted to have maybe like a vacuum cleaner and maybe one of these pumps, you know, to pump up the tires and stuff. But I couldn't really come up with some good designs for those. So if you have any ideas of how to do that or other input that would fit into like a car wash or even gas station, do let me know, because I think there's still a bit of detailing missing here. It feels a bit bland, but overall I'm quite happy. It just needs like this tiny thing more to make it really pop, I think. Also, I did this whole 2-block wide grass mossy thing all around, and that's kind of started over here, so now it goes all the way around. The only place I haven't really replaced it with moss is here, and I have considered it, but also it's nice to have just a bit of different colors, and this, I think this by itself looks fairly okay as well, so I may just leave this one as is. But yeah, now basically it was all framed in, the whole area here. And we got a few parking lots, as I mentioned earlier, I may or may not put in. And I think I'm quite happy with the design. Also, this, as you can see, this is basically you drive in here and then you go this way out. So this is why the road isn't really that wide, because you're only supposed to go in this direction. Maybe I should mark that with some of these, you know, lines here. I'll consider that as well, just to emphasize that this is like, you don't go this way and you go only out. This also means that you're only allowed to use this thingy here if you did the car wash first. So do let me know what you think, and if you have any input. I am genuinely quite happy. The only thing maybe is that it's a bit weird right now when you're looking through it, that you kind of just see Badlands in the background, and I hope that changes at some point. The thing is that back here though, whoopsie, it's, you know, this is up on a cliff and this goes down here, so either I will have to raise this here, maybe just wait for me to at some point build some stuff over here as well, on this side of things. Because right now I think it looks a bit weird. You can just see straight through and see Badlands there. I could maybe also pop a car into one of these, but I don't know. Let's see. Anyways, I think that was it for this episode. So don't forget to leave a like somewhere down there. And also hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. That'll also be some notification bell that's really nice to hit, because that'll make you an awesome person and allow you to know when I put up new videos. Also, don't forget to check out my glow squid farm. I almost forgot what it was called. Yeah, so don't forget to check out my glow squid farm, as I also showed in the beginning of the episode. I'll leave a link in the description down below. Anyways, enough from me. Thank you so much for watching. And you'll see me in the next video. Bye!